It's a next game, Knicks fans, because the first 15,000 of you will get your own Knicks hoodie. Get here early, bring your parents and family, and enjoy the game.
Just a reminder, folks, the Knicks to be here for our figurine giveaway. Visit the game and get a figurine of your favorite mascot.
Hey, Knicks fans, we can't wait to see you at our next home game, because everybody will get their own Knicks player bobblehead. A great way to show off your Knicks pride.
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analysts Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And checking out some numbers for MP.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And with the season in its stretch run, MP's been out to prove that his name should be on the Rookie of the Year trophy.
In this season, we've already seen the kind of competitor MP is. He might have some work to do to take home the award. There's no question he's got to put everything he has into it. And it's a possibility for sure.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Some big guys down front on the block. Towns and Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point guard. We are right in the middle part of a long season, GA. As a player, how do you stay engaged? How do you stay focused?
Kevin, this is where the grind can really catch up to you. Easy to start feeling complacent or check out a little bit. So you got to shake that off. And I tell you another thing. Your coaches will play a huge role in keeping you engaged.
Now, here's McDaniel. Following the miss by MP. From deep. Conley's shot is off. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And what surprised me was how easy they made it look. It seemed like they got something out of every possession. Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
Awesome rewind, courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And now, we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Tom Thibodeau. B.A.?
The first thing Coach brought up, Rudy Gobert, the multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year. Worried about Rudy's length, of course, saying it causes total havoc around the rim. So, the counter is lots of threes and avoiding Gobert in the lane. The French center still with a massive effect on the game plan. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Edwards with it. Now defended by Randall. Takes the 13-footer. Moves back up. Julius Randall with the rebound.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And the basket by Thornton.
The desire to win, it fuels MP. He doesn't let anything get in his way.
Outside, Towns. Down low, here's McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniels.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Runs in the pass to MP. DiVincenzo against it. And he makes good on the layup. DiVincenzo's got 5.
Smart pass by MP. Great to see a young player making the right decisions with the ball.
McDaniels against Thornton. Towns dishes to Conley. Clock at 4. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Towns for 3. It's rebounded by New York. Well, defensively, Doris, these Minnesota Timberwolves are really a cut above the rest.
They led the league in defensive rating in 2024. They have so many ways to shut down what you're trying to do offensively. Length, athleticism, rim protection, commitment, and great scheme. They are a nightmare.
Timberwolves trail. And here's Edwards from the arc. sinks the three-pointer. Edwards got his third bucket of the night.
Man, he is having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
MP sets the screen for Randall. Pass to Thornton. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by McDaniels.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
For New York, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Thornton finishing it off.
That's exactly what you want to see from MP at this stage of his career. Get to the rim and leave no doubt.
Pass to Edwards. Conley kicks to Edwards. Towns, a screen on DiVincenzo. Here's Edwards. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Now Thornton. Randall left side. Shoots over Towns. And the shot no good, a bit short.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Got a piece of it. Floats it up for MP. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. A nice shot by McDaniels. McDaniels got 6 points. Knicks trail by 4. DiVincenzo passes to MP. Randall with the ball. MP outside. Back to Randall. 5 to shoot. Shoots over McDaniel. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Timberwolves leading by 4. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Jaden McDaniels is a guy who will embrace physicality. Does a nice job drawing contact.
Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Thompson with it. Conley picks him up. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
The Knicks shooting their first free throw of the game right now. And one thing among many doors that's so impressive about Jalen Brunson, the way he goes to work in the paint. Wow.
Kevin, at his size, you have got to be crafty. You've got to have great footwork and great patience. You've got to be willing to work in a crowd. What he does is really impressive. Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Conley finds Gobert. And it's MP with the rebound. Thornton's got 4 rebounds now tonight to the paint.
This guy's so polished inside. Nikola Vucevic, great at being assertive and earning these fouls.
First trip to the line for him here. And that one misses.
Nikola Vucevic.
And he sinks the second. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Minnesota. To Gobert. Here's McDaniels. And finished up by McDaniels.
Oh, such an impressive athlete. Mr. McDaniels, send it in.
Knicks trail by 3. Now here's Brunson. Right now he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force.
And offensively right now, each team getting what it wants.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
Back to Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
A vertical threat that is Rudy Gobert. What a ferocious finish at the rim.
Brunson surveying the D. Vucevic setting the pick for Brunson. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Minnesota leading by 3. Right side, Conley. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
That's to Vucevic. Lock at 6. And Thornton kicks to Brunson. Over Conley. Brunson, no good.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
To the inside. Here's Edwards. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And it's a 7-point Minnesota lead.
Boy, Edwards so good in close. This guy has got touch and strength, everything you could ask for.
A 3 from MP. A three-pointer is right on target. Thornton's got 11 points.
I'll tell you, despite this guy's strong play in this period, they're still behind. Someone else has got to step up.
That's to Gobert. DiVincenzo against Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Man, that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
Brunson against Conley. Brunson the pass to DiVincenzo. MP looking around to the left side wing. Teardrop shot, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one is on Towns.
Guys, what you love about Julius Randle is the well-rounded nature of his game. Because he works so hard on his shooting ability, it makes his dribble drive that much more dangerous.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Anunoby, he's checked in for Vucevic. Mikal Bridges comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Miles McBride subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for McDaniels. And Dillingham subbed in for Mike Conley.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Back to Anunoby. Here's McBride.
2 minutes remaining.
Over Dillingham. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Minnesota leading by 5. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, MP in the last time out against Philadelphia played some huge minutes. He had 56 points and did his role for his team, grabbing any rebounds that came his way. Those were ridiculous numbers he put up. See what he has in store for an encore. Can't wait to see. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope. His only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now a 24-point outing in their last game against Golden State.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Looking at the last game for the Timberwolves, it was a loss to Golden State. McBride with the ball. Picked up by Edwards. MP kicks to Bridges. Here's McBride. Edwards defending. Here's Bridges. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Now just a 3-point Timberwolves lead. And here's Edwards. He's got 13. 11 seconds left in the first quarter. "16 feet away." Count that one. Edwards got 15 points.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And that does it for the first quarter. Timberwolves lead by 5. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
The other thing they're doing is making plays off the bounce. And boy, once they get a step, they're getting all the way.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Edwards is out there with Dillingham. And it's Joe Ingles, and it's Reed in at the pivot, manning the middle. Back to Alexander-Walker. Pass to Edwards. Shoots over Bridges. Edwards can't hit. Knicks trail by 5. Inside. Here's Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Achua with room at the rim and doesn't hesitate.
Oh, here's Edwards. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Pass to Dillingham. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. MP's got 8 rebounds in this game. To the middle. Oh, MP makes it look easy.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now Reed, covered by Achua. Reed the pass to Edwards. Here's the floater. That one doesn't drop. Bridges with some nice defense. Anunoby kicks to MP. For 3. Ingles with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Back to Edwards. Over Bridges. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Anthony Edwards has got his rhythm, and he's got a well-rounded offensive game. Look out.
And the dunk by MP.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Anunoby against Ingles. Reed the pass to Alexander-Walker. Reed with a screen on MP. Shot clock at 5. Here's Edwards. The Knicks pull it in. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Back to MP. MP converting the top bucket.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Edwards against Bridges. Reed with a screen on Bridges. Pass to Reed. This one for 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. Reed's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, Naz Reid, aware that ball hits my hands, I've got to be ready to rise and fire.
You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular. Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Anunoby outside, and here's Thornton outside. The rebound by Edwards. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Here's Alexander-Walker. That 3 off the mark. New York's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes, that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Catching up on the changes for New York, Josh Hart comes in for OG Anunoby, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Miles McBride. Edwards against Brunson. MP outside. To the paint. Bridges kicks to MP. Achua inside. He's against Reed. Brunson adds a 2-pointer. Great D that time from Edwards. Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. A beautiful finish inside by Ant.
Every aspect of Anthony Edwards' game is on display. This guy has been cooking from the outset.
And here's Brunson outside. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Conley the pass to Reed. And Reed throws it down.
And he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Brunson against Conley. Brunson the pass to Thornton. Back to Brunson. Pass to Thornton. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
I'll tell you this, if you're going to allow your opponent to make that many shots, you have got to be as solid on the offensive end, and clearly they were not.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
This is the right play by Conley, sticking with the motion and ensuring he gets to the line.
The Timberwolves shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Vucevic checked in for Precious Achua. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bridges. Towns, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. McDaniels comes in for Alexander Walker. Oh, MP sinks the triple.
MP is cooking right now, and folks, this is exactly what we expected from this young man.
Outside, Towns. Back to Conley. Thompson with it. Conley picks him up. Towns with the steal. And Edwards with a clear path to the basket. Edwards careening his way to the rim.
Wow, the long reach of Cat. When he grabs for the ball, it's over.
Conley against Brunson. Pass to Vucevic. Back to Brunson. Over Conley. And it's Brunson missing.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
McDaniels passes to Towns. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
I'll tell you, sometimes it's easier to hit the target with a bounce pass. That's perfectly done.
Brunson against Conley. Brunson gets a screen from Thornton. A baseline Che. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Outside Conley. Pass to McDaniels. Outside Towns. And here's Edwards. Now McDaniels. Towns wide open. And he's good on the 3-ball. And now an 8-point Timberwolves lead.
Now, Towns has said he believes he's the greatest shooting big ever. That's how confident he is.
Vucevic is screen on Conley. Thompson with it. Now guarded by Towns. 2 points. That one goes.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Edwards gets to Conley. Back to Edwards. Mr. Gobert. And here's Conley outside. And it's MP with the rebound. MP's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. New York moving the ball around. Out left to the wing. It's stolen by Gobert. Brunson against Conley. Six to shoot. The Knicks pull it in. Brunson with it. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And guys, remember, remarkable passing the ball as well. He racked up a number of good assists.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing. And the big question for MP is going to be work ethic. Because if he can put in the sweat, there's no reason he can't be a star in this league.
Cameron Payne's checked in for New York. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. Towns finds Conley. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Conley's got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, you've got to love when Mike Conley shoots it with confidence, goes to the catch-and-shoot game. All right, Mike.
Rebound by Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Gobert. Here's Alexander Walker. He's guarded by Thornton. Alexander Walker passes to Gobert. Towns for 3. Knicks with the rebound. MP's got 11 rebounds in the game. Payne dishes to MP. Back to Payne. Takes the 3. Rebound by Alexander Walker. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Conley surveying the D. McDaniels against MP. It's good. McDaniels got the lead up to 9 now for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, Jaden McDaniels with a very good sense for when he should look to score it, especially in the painted area.
Payne passes to Vucevic. Here's MP. Staying with it through the contact.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Outside, Towns. Pass to McDaniels. Now here's Towns. The 3. MP grabs the miss. Thornton's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Vucevic with it. Hart kicks to DiVincenzo. MP outside. Now here's Payne. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Minnesota bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Welcome to halftime, and after 2 quarters played, some ground to make up for the New York Knicks.
Well, they obviously love the three-point shot, but tonight it does not love them back.
You know what, Kenny? When you love something and it doesn't love you back, time to move on.
Hold on, let me write that down. And let's move on and see the top vote getters in this year's All-Star race.
Can't tell too much from early numbers, but the All-Star picture may be coming into focus a little. I'm definitely not surprised by these names.
Yeah, because it's just a popularity contest right now, and they haven't been playing for long.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
The backcourt pair will be Brunson and DiVincenzo. MP out there with Randall, and it's Vucevic in at the 5 down low. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. Towns, a screen on DiVincenzo. The kick out to Towns. Hits the three-point bomb. Towns has got 8 points.
The defense must chase Karl Anthony Towns off that three-point line. This guy is such a great jump shooter.
We know, Doris, that Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs ever.
Well, Kevin, he flat stated and called himself the best shooting big of all time. He has an argument because not only has he shot the ball incredibly well from deep, even as his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Some nice passing by New York here. Stolen by McDaniels. Here is Edwards. Over MP. And off the front iron. And in it goes. And now a 9-point Minnesota lead.
Anthony Edwards just reading what the defense giving up. Gets to his mid-range game right there.
Brunson the pass to MP. MP to the rack.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it.
51.
Edwards dishes to McDaniels. Vucevic with the block.
Boy, when Vucevic is in that area, he's capable of sending it back.
Here's Thornton. Tries again. And it's Vucevic missing. Minnesota leading by 7. Pass to McDaniels. Outside, Towns. McDaniels sets a screen for Towns. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, battling hard. That's an impressive move by Towns. He'll go to the stripe.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Conley against Brunson. Now, here's Vucevic. He's guarded closely. Inside, here's MP. And MP throws it down.
We know Julius Randle can score, but that's scoring ability will be set up by that kind of play. What a pretty pass from the big man.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most Defensive Player of the Year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of this shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report. Back to Thornton. Pass to DiVincenzo. From deep three-point territory, Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. McDaniels finds Edwards. Conley with the three, drills the three-pointer. Conley's got 10 points.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
To the inside. Oh, get up, MP!
Every year, it seems like Randall's playing with more awareness. And that's why you can now run the offense through him.
Mr. Gobert. To the wing right side. McDaniels. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Brunson kicks to Randall. Thornton with it. McDaniels defending. Randall against Towns. Vucevic a screen on Towns. Down low. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Well, Nikola Vucevic.
Timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
Let me hear you once again.
There's 1:26 left in the third. Dillingham, no good. Knicks trail by 12. Here's Payne. 6 points for him. No good that time. Good work defensively by Ingles. Alexander Walker on the wing. Towns, a screen on DiVincenzo. Outside, Towns. Shot clock at 6. Such a wide open look. Dillingham's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. 46 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Thornton passes to DiVincenzo. And here is Hart. Vucevic setting the pick for Hart. New York needs to get off a shot. And Vucevic throws it down.
Well, Vucevic has a great understanding of the pick-and-roll game, and his experience paying off there.
Timberwolves leading by 13. Outside, Towns. 3-pointers off the mark. It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. MP finds Vucevic. Now here's DiVincenzo. Defended by Alexander Walker.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And as we end the third. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So on the floor for Minnesota, Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Joe Ingles. Then it's Naz Reid. Then it's Dillingham, and it's Edwards in at the 2.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Dillingham. Payne covering. Pass to Ingles. Fires away from outside. The Knicks pull it in.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. Might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Now Payne pulls up on the wing. And no good that time.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Pass to Ingles, inside. And Reid throws it down.
Man, Naz Reid not only gets off his feet, does it in a hurry and with some strength.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent for the Knicks. Randall's checked in for Hart, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Cameron Payne. To the middle. And it's slammed in by Thornton.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Timberwolves leading by 11. Pass to Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Well, we know this about Anthony Edwards. This guy, one of the stronger guards in this game. That's a tough finish.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. MP right side. Now here's Vucevic. Guarded by Reed. Stolen. Alexander Walker with the ball. MP's there. Edwards no good. Knicks trail by 13. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. DiVincenzo finds Thornton. Oh, MP showing off his long-range game.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
Ingles with the screen for Edwards. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. MP outside. New York moving the ball around. Randall surveying the D. Here's Thornton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Anthony Edwards.
How about MP using that up fake to draw the contact, earns his way to the free throw line.
Miller's checked in for the Timberwolves. Conley now comes in for Alexander Walker.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Brunson against Conley. To the inside. And Reed throws it down.
So experienced, so savvy in pick and roll play. Conley putting on a clinic.
To the paint. Here's Thornton. And MP throws it down.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Here's Edwards. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. And as outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Minnesota making a switch. Mars is checked in. Outside for Thornton. It's to Randall. Back to Thornton. And stolen by Dillingham. Fade away. Edwards' shot is good. Edwards got 10 points in just the second half. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves?
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And you also